Okay, now this week's topic, which is long-distance relationships. Okay, well, first of all, I will start off with a funny little anecdote. My ex-boyfriend slash future, first boyfriend, not future, holy Jesus, texted me last night. This has been, I was with him for like 3 years, and then we broke up, and then it was really messy, and I'm, like, really don't need him in my life anymore. Like, it's good, I'm past that, I'm beyond it, but he's still, like, won't leave me alone. So, he texted me last night. Oh, I might as well just read it verbatim from my phone. Find it first. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry. Okay. He goes, so you want to hear something kind of wild? And I was like, tell me. And I kind of already guessed what was going to happen, and of course I was right, because he's mentioned this before. I'm getting married in like a month. Ew. I haven't asked her yet, though, and thanks for the support. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, this is hilarious to me. Think you could keep it to yourself? Why is that? Yeah, I might tell Cam, but that's about it. And that's like telling my cat. And I was like, it just is hilarious to me. Well, I'm glad I can provide some amusement for you. I was like, makes me feel old. Yeah, that's not why. And, he says, think about how I feel, I don't know. Like, a couple weeks ago I realized that I was ready, and if we didn't do it before we move, we'd never get around to it. Which, you would think if you love somebody and you're moving anyway together, why would that not happen? Wow. And he's 21, almost 22, and he's like acts like an 8-year-old, and he has really bad priorities, and he's like really into drugs, and he just not the best move for him anyway. I said, I hope you're doing something good and positive and not hindering yourself. I don't think so, she's a pretty down chick. Like, that's because that's the reason to marry somebody. Anyway, that just kept going. And, I really don't like to, like, give him any details on my life right now, because I really don't care that he knows. Doesn't matter anyway. And he goes, this was like in the wee hours of the morning, he was like, are you dating anyone on the internet at the moment? I was like, yeah, kind of, maybe, you know, nothing he needs to know about. And he's like, I'll never quite understand that. And I was like, well, good thing you don't have to. He's like, true story, I think you get off on long distance relationships a little bit, like, it's the longing that verifies your feelings. And I'm like, yeah, totally, I love it. I love that whole not having that person there, and not having that, like, real physical thing. I love it. It's my favorite, obviously. I was like, yeah, totally. He goes, hostile. I was like, I know you are. I know you are. He's like, I didn't mean it to sound that way. How else would you mean that to sound? Anyway, not everybody understands a long-distance relationship and, like, how they come about, which is usually through the internet. And this was something I never really thought I would get into, because I was like, that's stupid, and that's really complicated, and I don't think I could handle it, blah, blah, blah. But then someone comes along and changes everything about that. And that would be Ashton. And it's like having one of your best friends who you desperately want to, like, kiss and hold hands with and, like, fall asleep with and go do silly grocery store trips and stuff together with. But he's not here, and I've, like, never experienced being around him in real life, and that's not simple, and that's not something that everybody can handle, and I guess I can see how most people don't understand, like, why other people do that, but that's not again, good thing you don't have to do it. But for us, it's like, well, we Skype I am, like, constantly. And when Skype isn't working, then it's Facebook. And on Facebook or whatever, it's Tumblr. And we message back and forth pretty much all the time. And, just recently, on our Skype video chats, we got into the whole actually speaking words with our mouths thing, because we both apparently are incapable of having a real verbal conversation with each other. We both get really nervous, and it's, like, embarrassing because I say stupid stuff, and I don't know, I'm really not sure why he likes me, or why he puts up with me, but he does, and I'm very glad of that. But, we tried to do, like, the movie date thing, and because our connection is usually so crappy, we'll both pull up the movie on our sides, and we'll watch it that way, and then that way I can just stare at him, and that's nice. And, sometimes we will fall asleep together, and that's really great. I don't know why, but it's like, even though he's not really there, it's like I know he is in a way. Like, I can't, like, reach over and, like, grab him, but I can see him and I can hear him, and that's, like, everything. And, I don't know if his dad likes me or not, because sometimes he threatens to, like, murder me, and sometimes he just wants to, like, rape my mother, which is not exactly fun, because he's a man whore, and I don't know why he thinks my mom would be down for that. Yeah, but sometimes he'll be really drunk and funny and talk to me, and I don't know, I just hope in real life he likes me. That would be important. My parents don't understand the internet or people, and when I tell them about relationship-y things, which is rare because I really don't like having those conversations with my parents, it's really brief. But I think that they would like him. If they met him, I think that my dad would be a prick, because that's how he is all the time. But I guess we're just gonna have to see. And sometimes we, plan out the future we could have together, by looking at homes in Ireland and discussing, like, kids' names and things we like to do and stuff like that. Oh my god, this is a long video. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. So, yeah, yeah, that's my long-distance relationship.